bring this on, and we will call this, we'll call this shot, did it work? Of course not. Are we going?
Yeah,
We're live streaming, huh?
live streaming.
We are live streaming, and whatever that means. So now done. Oh, look who we have. We have a guest in the house. All right, so we're getting going here. Okay, why won't this go? I've got this picture, and it's just not looking like it's supposed to go up to the room. So what camera are we on, guys?
2.
We are on 2. That's number 2 right over there. We know where we're at. Welcome to Udicci Updates. And I got to tell you, things are getting real. They're getting serious, which is something quite rare in our company, is that things are serious. But they are getting serious, but that doesn't mean we can't have fun, that we can't laugh. But things are definitely getting real. And according to YouTube, we are now live streaming. So I think it's time that we tell the world, dinner at the studio. You see, what I know right now is, really nobody's watching. I don't know why they're not watching. Well, I do, because pretty much I only made one social media post saying that we began at 6:30. Nobody's watching their watch to say, come on and get going at 6:30. Maybe my mom, but she kind of tunes in some other time. But, it doesn't matter. Eventually people will watch this and they'll say, seriously, what are you guys doing? So dinner at Udicci's studio. Dinner at Udicci's. Okay. We're live. Now, for those of you who see me posting this later on, like an hour later, 2 hours later, a week later, whenever it is, I want to let you know that you already knew we were live because you were watching this. Tune in now. www.udicci.TV. Okay. There. Now the world knows that we are live, and we have fresh baked cookies tonight. Fresh baked. Yes, we are living high on the hog. What it means to be American. Yeah. You just kind of do whatever you want to do, whenever it is you want to do it. You pretend that the world's watching when they're not. And even if they were watching, they'd all be talking about something else, or out on Facebook right now trying to watch the news at the same time, because everybody's doing their own thing, right? Right. But here's the thing. We're doing the thing. So if you want to get into the thing, you get into this thing. Citizen 585. Citizen 585 has been deployed. That's going to be talked about tonight on Udicci Updates. We're going to talk about actually accepting new relationship. We're accepting new relationships with credit unions and for Lexington. Talk a little bit about that, as well as some sponsorship opportunities, because guess what? None of this comes free. Nothing comes free. And here's what the thing is we're going to bring great value to Rochester. And if you don't get it yet, it's simply because you're not paying any attention on social media. I mean, Rochester is a small town, and at this point, we should have probably, 500 to 1,000 people already engaged with Citizen 585. But we know everybody's doing their own thing. And that's part of the problem. Everybody's doing their own thing. It's time for all of us to do something together. Do your own thing, but do it together. Right? Stop doing it alone. Do it together. That's all Citizen 585 is. It is a group of people getting together, saying together we can get something done. You saw the report today. I'm not even going to get into that. I think it's almost time for us to go to break. I don't know. What is our break? What's our schedule look like for this? Because I've got to eat a cookie.
Go ahead.
ever know that? We don't.
Okay.
But doesn't it start to sound really exactly what's happening? Exactly. All right, so tonight on Verbum, we welcome back, oh wait, can I say that woman again? The one that called me a socialist. All right, it was Tess. LJ Fullerton's back, coming off her grant performance last week, and having been encouraged by many that she should come back on, and having availability tonight. She will be back on, and she'll be on at 7 o'clock when Tess comes. But we do want to kind of bring some updates here. If you've been watching it all, and at some point I've got to stop saying if you've been watching, because if you're watching, we kind of know you're watching, because 44 people are watching right now. No? No. How many people are watching right now? Goose egg. Goose egg. Now let me just put this in perspective for a moment. Let me put this in perspective for a moment. Out at the Democrat and Chronicle, they just ran this article today about the Monroe County Anti-Poverty Initiative. Now we've been talking about poverty here for how long? We've been on the air in Rochester on social media as a technology company saying that we're working toward economic development for how long? Well, since last year. Now, I understand that social media can be very, very powerful, but here's what we also know. A lot of people just run their mouth. A lot of people just run their mouth on social media. Because if 5% of the people who were running their mouth on the comments about all that was wrong with the Monroe County anti-poverty thing, and if all those people in the city are saying, we're committed to helping overcome poverty, if any of them actually understood the power of social media, which, of course, they all do, they'd actually start going, what is this Citizen 585 thing? I mean, there's hundreds of Rochester citizens on the Rochesters Against Poverty. So, of those hundreds of people that are on that Facebook page, well, we've been talking about this Citizen 585 thing for 4 weeks now? Roughly 4 weeks. And in 4 weeks, we've made more progress than the Monroe County Poverty Initiative has made since last year. No, I don't mean to compare because they're doing something different and we need what they're doing. So in no way do I want to diminish, okay, maybe there is a part of me that wants to diminish what they're doing, but outside of that, that's not why we're here. We're not here to tear other people down. We're here to lift other people up. That is what the Citizen 585 initiative is all about. And if people truly cared, they'd be getting involved in some capacity with something that's going on. And we know everybody's trying to do something. But we're sitting here saying, as a community, we've already put together a social platform so that we can begin working together, and each of us can be aware of what the other one is doing. So if somebody's really strong in one area and others are really weak in another area, we can lift each other up. If you're out there doing good, we can promote it. We can be made aware of it. We can help one another where we can help one another if we would actually get involved with one another. It can't be us, them, me, he, she, right? It's all of us. It's all of us getting together and working collectively. Each of us brings to the game what we can bring to the game. We bring social media, a social media platform. And beginning now, today, if you go out to Udicci.us/citizen585, wait for it to load, read it, button pops up, it says engage. Engage right there, leave your name, fill out the little form there, and beginning next week, we're going to be bringing people onto the system. We can make this happen. Let's get it done. Citizen 585 has been deployed. It's time to engage. Start looking for your training next week because we're moving forward. We're off to break. Yep. All right. Really passionate. Wait. You know, I hear really passionate from my mom. Last week, my wife was like, "Why are you yelling at the camera?" Okay, I guess I guess Tess was right. We need to go to no talkers. No talking is in. I think it's cool. It causes you to surge forward in presidential polls. And Ben Carson deserves to be, because quite frankly, versus like Mr. Face up there. Anyways, all right, Mom, I'm calming down. Blood pressure's high. I hear you. We're calming down. All right, so up next on our agenda for tonight, 6:46. Right, actually, this will be kind of a fun thing. We're going to talk about sponsorships after the next break. If you're like, oh, you want money? Yep. Because we have to eat too, and we've got to pay for lights and rent and computers and servers and cameras and all that other stuff. And quite frankly, small business should grow. The more we profit, the more other people profit. The more other people profit. And profit doesn't always have to mean money changing hands, right? There's always ways of working with one another that creates value, and value is really what we need more than dollars. Because until we actually have value, those dollars just keep getting devalued. And what happens with devalued dollars is they get passed down to the people who can least afford them. And those inflated values, those devalued, right? There's a whole bunch of them sitting up top. And they don't really feel the crunch of a devalued dollar so much now, do they? No. But hey, who are we to talk about a great economy? It's moving forward strong. It's slow recovery, so we're not going to go ahead and raise the rate today. It has nothing to do with this current currency battle that's going on, and don't look now, but there's going to be a slight correction. Anyways, jumping off the soapbox of the market, because everybody said, everybody said that if the Fed did nothing, well, no, half of everybody said if the Fed did nothing, then we were going to have a bullish correction. It was going to be a correction. It was going to be a major correction, but it's still going to be a bullish correction. And if the Fed did whatever was the opposite of that, then there was going to be a bearish correction. And of course, now those people who thought one way today that they didn't do what they thought they were going to do, those people now think other than they thought the other day. So what we're saying with that is, hold on, it's about to get hairy because the market's in for a wild ride. Of course, that's just my opinion. I can change it tomorrow, as does everybody else in the media, and change it. Go read about the market. It's fun. Anyways, we are now accepting new applications. Okay, that's not what it says here. It actually says we're accepting new relationships. And what that means, two things. Udicci now wants to begin moving this beyond just upstairs, beyond just Rochester. Our actual technology, we've been working for so many years. It was our year to move into upstate New York. We planned to begin here in Rochester, but we are now beginning to accept relationships with other credit unions outside of Rochester. Of course, here in Rochester, New York, Lexington Federal Credit Union is the credit union committed to economic development in Rochester, New York, and that's why we're working with them. Lexington, we need your help there. We need, look, do you need a loan? You need a loan. Do you have a loan? Do you have a home equity loan? How about if we can save you money, let's do it this way. If we can save you money, if you've got a home equity loan, and we can lower the rate on your home equity loan, it's going to cost you nothing. Will you bring the home equity loan to Lexington so that they can continue the fight and helping to overcome poverty? If you're going to buy a new car or a used car, can you get the loan from Lexington? I mean, you're going to get the loan anyways, right? That money's going to go somewhere. And if we can be competitive and get out there and say we can, match what everybody's doing, can we have your business to go to Lexington? I'm not asking you to change anything you're doing, right? I mean, we all have lending. How about your credit cards? You got credit card debt? What are you paying? What are you paying on the interest rate on your credit card debt? Lexington Federal Credit Union can get as low as 7.9 fixed rate. Right? Now, take that in. You're sitting here with one of those credit cards that's 15, 16, 20%, 24% variable rate, 7.9 fixed rate. All right? You've got to, connect with them, connect with us, however you got to do it, lexfcu.org. But right now what we need more people out there promoting Lexington. We need more loans coming into Lexington. We need more deposits. The more we can get into that local financial institution, the more money that stays right here in Rochester. And when we say Rochester, we're talking Mount Read and Lexington, Joseph and Wilkins. We're talking about the people who are here in Rochester ready to make a difference. You got a big CD sitting somewhere? You got a CD that's come ready to do? Move it over to Lexington. Are you a church? You've got a building fund. You've got a building fund just sitting there. Move it over to Lexington. Just you moving your deposits can help us. Your loans can help big time. That's what we're here for. But we need to be able to help the people in the suburbs who have a little bit more money than the people in the cities. And trust me when I know the suburbs aren't doing much better than the city, but there still is more money out there, right? It's just a higher cost of loss, right? I say that again, higher cost of loss, right? That's where we is. Everybody's still kind of working that paycheck to paycheck, 1, 2, 3, 4 jobs to keep the family afloat, and they're really not being kept afloat. We get it. We hear you. Lexington's there for you too. And if you come and get help from Lexington, we can continue doing the work that we're doing down in the middle of Rochester. So, we are now looking for more relationships with credit unions beyond Rochester area, because credit union, Rochester serves, their field of membership is Rochester, anywhere in the upstate area, and we're looking also, and even more so, for people right here in Rochester to support Lexington Federal Credit Union. And we'll be back in just a moment, and we're going to talk about sponsoring the mission. ready, and we are back. We are back. We are back. First thing foremost, please, nobody take offense to this. I know that I can. We just want to say thank you, God. Thank you, God, because He's really been putting some, everything in order for us. He's really been revealing some stuff to us. Sorry if that offends you. I can't comprehend why my gratitude toward a God that you may or may not believe in would offend you, but I'm sorry if it does. I guess I should be sorry if I offend you. So, all right, let's just get off that topic. All right, so here we go. We're going to talk about sponsorship and supporting the mission. Because as we said earlier, not everything comes free in this life, right? The best stuff comes free. We get that. Love, relationships. We can do that without money. But navigating a broken system. What we're hearing time and time again from people in the community, and again, I don't want to come off as somebody who's being negative and discouraging, but what we're hearing time and again from people in the community is kind of an inability to get the system to listen to them or understand what's going on and really address their concerns. And because of that, we also have to recognize that the work we're doing here, first off, we are a for-profit company. We very intentionally set out as a business to become a for-profit company. Our mission is to prove the possibility of repurposing capitalism for the welfare of humanity over profit. We always want to be very, very clear with that. Because sometimes people go, oh, now you're out there, and you're trying to, you're trying to push a cause or profit from a cause. Well, here's the thing. If there's something to profit by helping others get out of poverty, if we can profit other people and raise up their standard of living, and in the process we profit, that's not a heart problem with me. That's not a mind problem with me. I don't believe in the system that we live in that says more debt will bring prosperity. It makes no sense. And our entire system is built on this premise: more debt, more prosperity. Now, you'll start to see things like the new Keynesian, read the Wall Street Journal, the new Keynesian model, the still broken model. They're talking about how our economy over the past 7 years has, become stronger. It's a slow but steady growth. And I really do believe in slow but steady growth. But what I don't believe is that we're in for a nice, smooth ride. I think we're in for an earth-shaking ride ahead. I think that we are about to see a collapse, a change. I don't even know if I want to continue to call it a collapse. I'm going to call it a paradigm shift, right? We're talking about the poles of the earth are going to switch, right? But the poles are going to be that the people take back the money from the banking system. They're going to do it through credit unions. They already exist. Member-owned financial institutions. We're going to build co-ops with the credit unions where people can work with one another and profit on individual profits, on individual projects. So as we're rebuilding our cities, we're including the people in the neighborhood. We're finding out what it is they need, and we begin developing what they need with them. If they don't have the skills, we do it with them. If they don't have the money or the tools, we do it with them, and they profit with us as we profit. This is going to happen. It is the mission, and we are going to complete this mission. It's what we were called to do. It's what we've been preparing to do. and it's our time. So we're beginning now because we need financial support. And I'm sorry if I start to sound like everybody else that says, I need financial support. But here's the funny thing. If the economy was flourishing, not everybody would need financial support. Right? It's not about wanting more, but yes, do I want a little bit more in life? Sure, I'd like to pay off some debts. You know, I admit it. My wife and I, we like the finer things in life. I admit that. And I'm okay with that too. Everybody has what they want in their own life. And if they're willing to work for it, and in doing so, profit others and lift them up, well, by all means, let's do that. So, in the next couple, probably by next week, you'll start to see the different sponsorship levels that we're going to have available. Of course, we're going to have a free, there's going to be a big free, just get involved, no cost, you don't have to do anything. You're just a citizen, you want to help, jump on board. We're going to get down to as low as like a $5 commitment on a monthly basis. If you're a small business, we have sponsorship package all the way through technology solutions that can help you grow your business using social media. We will bring people to your business in return for your dollars. It's called advertising. It's called marketing, and that's what we're doing. So we'll have those available between about $250 all the way up to as high as $2,500. And then there's corporate sponsorships that are also available. And very soon, we'll be talking about investment. But that's for another time. We are out of time on Udicci Updates. We're going to be right back with Verbum.